I know that scared your ass. Don't tell me you were not prepared for that, bro, because there ain't no way. But I hope you guys are partying like every day is your birthday. Now, I'm not gonna lie. If that didn't scare you, you got a heart of steel or something like that, bro, because ain't no way, bro. That shit would have happened. Bro. But, like, there's no way my HDMI just unplugged from doing that. I literally... If my first jump scare didn't scare you, my second jump scare didn't scare you, and the HDMI didn't scare you, well, this might be the video for you, because hopefully we see some spooky stuff. So without further ado, we're just gonna hop right into it, man. Shout out to Kevin Naya for this video, and let's get to it. Y'all. Episodes 1 through 4.
Imagine for a moment it's June 1983 and you've just moved into
hella
the
specific, but
of
alright.
Hinamizawa, deep into the countryside. You're the new transfer student and befriend a group of seemingly nice girls where you participate in fun club activities after school. Everything seems to be going well.
Shout out life,
but
life looking
one
solid.
day, you discover a horrific murder had taken place in the village a few years back.
Murder?
You're curious about the incident
horrific one
and
too.
want to find out more. So you turn to your friends, looking for answers. But they say they don't know anything. Nothing like that has ever happened here. Why are they lying to you? They are your friends, right? They should have no reason to hide anything from you. Yet, they do it anyway.
Bro found the
Well,
wrong female friends.
Every year, for the past 3 years, during the night of the Cotton Drifting Festival, one person is brutally killed while another disappears. No suspects have ever been found or arrested. The people in the village refer to this night as Oyashiro-sama's curse. Why didn't your so-called friends tell you about this day?
They ain't your
Could
friends.
it be that they're connected somehow? Why do they sometimes act so creepy?
That bitch a murderer.
They must be plotting something against you. You need to find a way to protect yourself. Otherwise, who knows what could happen?
What the hell is she about to juice him with? It's hella scary, y'all. What the hell, bruh?
Higurashi no Naku Koro ni, or its English name When the Cicadas Cry, stands as one of the best horror anime that the medium has to offer. I remember first discovering Higurashi in my first year of becoming an anime fan during my high school teenage years, as it was recommended to me as being one of the most goriest psychological horror anime known for its brutal murders.
Damn, he got
Going
a baseball bat? Damn, she got a meat cleaver though.
From being morbidly curious from its apparent shock
Ooh, what
value.
y'all taking in a fight? A baseball bat or a meat cleaver? Because the baseball bat, you got hella length. Hella length. But the meat cleaver, one hit and you're done. And honestly, you don't even have to hit him, bro. If you're really good with it, you can just throw that bit, you know?
That everyone had perpetuated, but what I
But you could block it with the bat if you really like that.
General discussions about the show often boil down to a surface level.
I throw that bit in. Yeet! I'd hit it right back at his ass.
It's just cute girls killing each other, or it's purely shock value, often used as criticisms against the show. However, I'm here to tell you that anyone who thinks that is completely wrong. Superficially, Higurashi is about a group of friends who live out their peaceful days in the countryside of Japan until slowly but surely things take a turn for the worse. Mysterious murders start to get uncovered while characters slowly descend into paranoia and insanity. After the dust has settled and every character has met their tragic end, the world repeats, but always a little different than the last time. With the new season currently airing and being a sequel,
wow, this does sound pretty good.
To introduce more people about one of my favorite cult classics. If you've been lucky enough to not get spoiled about the overarching story and I've piqued your interest, I highly recommend you save this video for later and just go watch the original. For those who need more convincing or want to know what makes it a great
we're gonna power through y'all, but it does sound hella good.
One of Higurashi's defining traits, it's how it's able to slowly induce an almost ominous and creepy atmosphere throughout the entire show. The impeccable soundtrack composed by Kenji Kawai has a massive influence in shaping the overall tone, and I think without the soundtrack being half as good as it is, a lot of moments would just fall flat.
Why she just sitting in the dark, bro? That's an instant red flag right there. I ain't seen no light on.
Looming over the characters. It always keeps the viewer on their toes, never knowing what to truly believe. Now, without overtly spoiling the main story, since I think it's best experienced as blind as possible, I'm just going to be breaking down and analyzing the first arc of the series, Onekakushi Hen. In this arc, the story follows the perspective of Maibara Keiichi, a young boy who had recently moved into the rural village of Hinamizawa. There, he spends his carefree days going to school and attends a club with 4 other girls, 2 of which will only be relevant in this arc. There's the club leader, Shion Sonozaki, who acts a bit tomboyish and is the granddaughter of a very respected family within the village. The other is Rena Ryugu, who seems like your typical cutesy girl.
Damn, so yeah, you wouldn't think
they
they the killers, bruh.
With the pieces in place,
especially with the respected family. You know what I mean? But those are the ones you gotta look out for the most.
Occurrence that Keiichi encounters is while exploring the local garbage dump with Rena, as he has a brief interaction with a freelance photographer named Tomitake. After a few back and forth exchanges, Keiichi jokingly mentions that Rena could be searching for a dismembered corpse that she had chopped up. Without warning, the lighthearted conversation suddenly takes a dark turn when Tomitake replies,
嫌な事件だったね。腕が1本まだ見つかってないんだろう。
This moment establishes 2 things. Firstly, there was a horrific crime that was committed in the past, and second, everyone in Hinamizawa should have known about it. Keiichi is visibly distraught upon hearing the news, but Tomitake continues the conversation as if nothing had happened. And when he goes back to ask Rena about the past, she gives such a vague, non-answer that almost feels like she's hiding something.
I don't like that!
Is placed into Keiichi's mind about who he can really trust, and
that is evil!
Reading of information does his mind slowly.
That little bullshit she be doing with the where you can't see her eyes, instant demon right there, bruh. You gotta put a 2-2 cross in her face. I'm sorry.
Paranoia and madness.
Hit her with some holy
water. What the true horror of Higurashi is about. We're essentially put into the same position as Keiichi, knowing very little about the town or anyone in it. And it's through the unraveling of information do we start questioning everything and everyone. If you can't even trust your friends, then who can you trust? We're all alone in this vast and mysterious place, unfamiliar to us. All we can hope to do is watch out for ourselves. In episode 2, on the night of the Watanagashi Festival, what the hell?
I know y'all seen them 2 toes.
A series of murders and disappearances have been occurring on this night for the past 3 years, from Tomitake and a mysterious unnamed woman. On the following day, he gets questioned by a police detective about last night and finds out that the 2 people he had been talking to have disappeared. He's asked to keep this conversation a secret, which is very important in what comes next. When walking home from school with Rena, Keiichi asks if she's keeping any secrets from him, to which he already knows the answer to. Instead of giving a proper answer, Rena breaks character and starts interrogating Keiichi about his own lies. The uneasiness of this scene comes from how suddenly Rena changes character and becomes a completely different person. As both Keiichi and the viewer, we're taken back on how much she knows and how little we do. We start feeling unsafe from the people we once considered.
Finna beat her ass with this damn Cliff Bar if she come at me the wrong way, bro.
Later that night,
get one more bite
discovers that Rena had been eavesdropping on a conversation he had with the detective over the phone, and this is the catalyst that really cements his suspicion on her. As the viewer, we're given so many questions about why certain things are happening, and without any real explanations, our minds start to wander into dark places and assumes the worst about the people around us. With nowhere to go and no one to trust, we have to assume that everyone else is suspicious. This slow descent into paranoia makes it so that even small acts of kindness must have an ulterior motive behind them. When he's given handmade meatballs by Shion and Rena, his paranoia seeps through once again.
I ain't eating those meatballs!
Creepy, like they're plotting something against him. Their eyes widen and voices become cold and distant. They're planning something, and your worst fears come to light when you take a bite and find a needle spiked into one of the meatballs. They're going to kill me, is what you think. In the final episode of the arc, Keiichi is now convinced that he is in grave danger.
Found a needle in the meatballs, bruh? Oh my god, bro. I'm finna search every single grain of rice I eat for the rest of my life, bruh. Can you imagine taking a bite of something and there's a sewing needle in it? That man better, I don't even know.
Is what you think. In the final episode of the arc, Keiichi is now convinced
he gotta walk around with his strap at all times.
For what reasons, he does not know. The only thing he knows for certain is that people are out to get him. On the school grounds, he finds a bat left behind by one of the previous students and begins practicing his swinging to defend himself. Everyone else around him is worried, but he doesn't care. The only thing he cares about is survival, and that's when he's later chased down by unknown figures and gets knocked unconscious.
Damn!
Only to find himself waking up in his room with Shion and Rena. They pin him down and are about to inject him with a drug, but fortunately breaks free and bashes their fucking heads in. The arc ends with Keiichi being delusional and...
Whoa! What the hell happened though? Do you think these girls paid them to bring him back in the room? How the hell did he just get back in the room?
Is survival.
Was he
And
dreaming?
that's when he's later chased down by unknown figures and gets knocked unconscious, only to find himself waking up in his room with Shion and Rena. They pin him down and are about to inject him with some sort of drug, but fortunately breaks free and bashes their fucking heads in. The arc ends with Keiichi being delusional and cutting out his own throat, with many questions left unanswered. This first arc is a great introduction into the mystery behind Higurashi. It leaves so many clues and questions up to your imagination. Every ominous moment within this arc can be interpreted in different ways depending on how much information you have and who you choose to believe. Were Shion and Rena really out to get him? From the outset,
What the hell are you talking about? Look at that needle! Hell yeah, that been like 2 inches long!
Personality during key moments. But then, why did Keiichi seem so delusional towards the end and claw out his own throat? Maybe Keiichi was an unreliable narrator.
Wait,
and
he
it was
clawed
his own
out his
mind who
throat, you
antagonized
guys?
the people around him. Higurashi's horror doesn't come from some evil entity that's pervading over the characters, but rather a fear of the unknown. People often have an easier time coping with horror if they can tangibly point out what that horrific thing is. However, the series places enough doubt in your mind to never truly be sure about anything. More often than not, what's inside a person's imagination can be more terrifying than knowing what the actual horror is, and Higurashi does an immaculate job in conveying such an atmosphere. The way in which the show portrays Rena being cold, calculating, and even psychotic to a point makes you question the credibility of what you're watching. You never really know if the characters are hiding a part of themselves or if they're just imagining things in their own minds. If you've never seen Higurashi, then this is the best time to start, as the new season is currently airing.
That shit finna give me nightmares though, bro. I don't know if I would've watched that.
Factor, as a lot of people would like to claim.
I don't like
but
scary
an
stuff.
enthralling
That shit
mystery
sound
that you
hella
just can't help
scary,
but
bro.
want to solve in order to see these characters achieve a fate that's not so tragic. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more stuff like this, subscribe.
Wow, bro. What a video from Kevin Nya. That man is giving some top 10 type of reviews right here. Only 11,000 views. What kind of bullshit hockey Sharoni is that, man? Make sure y'all do go show that some love, because that was an awesome video right there. Damn. This thing definitely is scary for sure. He killed the 2 girls and clawed out his throat? That's some messed up stuff. I don't even know, bro. I literally don't even know what to think about it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. If y'all have ever seen this before, what would you guys rate this show down below? And I might have to check it out. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be during the day though with the lights on. And I'm gonna have this smoking Cliff Bar right here, bro, on the ready if anybody walks in the door. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, make sure you guys are staying safe. And y'all have a good day.